going on, guys? Patrick here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out dry shrink prep. We're going to be talking about what it is, why it is, and how to use it. So stay tuned, it's all coming up. Our goal at Dry Shrink Prep is to offer a healthy alternative to dryer sheets. Now, whether you're health conscious or just looking for a better delivery system to prep your glass, this might be the product for you. Why was dry shrink prep created? Dryer sheets have been linked to a number of diseases: cancer, lung diseases, neurological problems, just to name a few. Don't get me wrong, I use dryer sheets for years. The problem is I'll go through one dryer sheet per front windshield or back window, and I'll use 4 or 5 a day. I can smell it on my hands. I'm sure I could taste it a little bit. It's absorbing into my skin. It's just not a long-term viable solution. That's why I created Dry Shrink Prep. I was looking for a healthy alternative that I can use throughout my career without any potential side effects. All right, guys, now that I've gone over what dry shrink prep is and why it was created, I'm gonna go over how to use it. Today, I'm gonna show you the dry shrink prep starter set. This comes with the applicator and 2 ounces of product. It is sold separately, but you can buy them together in the starter set. We also have 2-ounce refills, 8-ounce jar refills, and 16-ounce jar refills as well. All right, guys, we're gonna go over the dry shrink prep starter set, what comes in it, and how to fill it up. So it comes just in this packet here. You go ahead and unzip it and pull out the packet. There's an applicator, and there's also a card. A little bit of our history and what we stand for. And if you turn it to the back, on the back there's an 8-step instruction guide as well if you need further assistance. The applicator comes with the product inside. What you want to do is open up the zip pouch, and you want to take out the 2 ounces of product that is in it. Make sure you have to take it out and insert the product into the applicator. If not, it won't work because obviously the plastic bag. So what you want to do from here is open up the 2 ounces of product, and you want to dump it right into the applicator. And you want to dump all 2 ounces right into the applicator. And you can go ahead and you can save the instructions if you'd like, and then just go ahead and dispose of the plastic bags. So from here, now that the product's in the pouch, all you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and pull on the string, and now you tighten it, and now here you're ready to go. All you have to do is wet the pouch and apply it to the glass. When you're done, you can go ahead and hang it up on the hook just like that, on the string just like that, to dry. All right, guys, now I'm gonna show you how to use dry shrink prep. We're gonna prep this glass for a dry shrink. We're gonna actually shrink it, and then afterwards, I'm gonna show you how to clean it off as well. First off, you obviously want to go ahead and clean your glass. I have pre-cleaned this, but like any normal dry shrink prep, when you're prepping for a dry shrink, you want to obviously start with a clean back glass or clean glass. Now that everything's clean and wiped down, I'll go ahead and take my applicator with my dry shrink prep inside it, and I'll go ahead and just spritz just one side. Not much. And then I'm gonna go ahead and work it into the glass. Now I did just go ahead and pull this out, so I might need to get a little bit more wet just so I can get the product going. And this will just be for the first time around. You can go ahead and work it and get a good lather going. There we go. Now we should be good to go. This is only after the first one. Once you start using it, it'll come out a lot easier. Just the first time it's 100% dry. And I go in circular motions. You can go up, down, left, right, doesn't matter. But what you want to do is you want to get full coverage of the glass. Now, right now, it is about 60 degrees and it is outside. So this will take a couple minutes. During the summer, it dries damn near instantly. And it really just depends as well. If you absolutely soak it, it's gonna take a little longer. And if you keep it more on the dry side, then it'll dry a little bit quicker. If you oversaturate one side, I know people that are flipping it over to the drier side to help speed up the drying process on the glass. But that's pretty much it. As you can see, it does leave a nice coating on the glass, and we're pretty much ready to shrink at this point. So let me go ahead and get some film, and we'll go ahead and shrink this. All right, before we start dry shrinking, I wanted to show you guys what the glass looks like prior to shrinking. It does leave a nice glaze coating on the glass, perfect for dry shrinking. All right guys, now that we have dry shrink prep all set and prepared, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the film on here and we're gonna go ahead and lay it down. Before we start shrinking, I am gonna bring the camera closer so you can just get a close-up view of the glass while it's shrinking as well. I believe this film is 20%, I believe. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it down and I'll go ahead and tack my H pattern like normal. Now, once you prep the glass and you put the film on the glass, everything else is pretty much business as usual. Go ahead and shrink like you normally would, and you're good to go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in the camera a little bit closer so you can watch me shrink it, and then we'll move on from there. All right, guys, now we're gonna go ahead and shrink this film here. I have my heat gun, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start shrinking, just like normal. Obviously, you want to shrink with the grain of the film, up and down. For those of you that are familiar with dry shrinking, then you can tell that this is pretty much working just as if it was a dryer sheet. And keep in mind, I used dryer sheets for years. I just had an issue with the long-term side effects, just the nasty stuff that I've heard. Doesn't stick, doesn't tack like if you would wet shrinking. Bottom half done. And I'm not even using Lumar film on this. I think this is a sample roll I got from somewhere. So this is not even film I normally use. Some people could debate that if you use the film, same film you normally use, it could be easier because you're used to it. You know how much to shrink, how much to push it. And just like that, the back glass has shrunk just like it would with dryer sheets. It feels exactly the same, I'll be honest. I switched and started using DSP exclusively over the last year, and I just feel better about it, and it doesn't really affect my shrinking. Cost-wise, it's pretty much the same thing as if you would buy a big box of dryer sheets, so it's not like you pay more to be healthy. You're spending the same amount of money, and might as well be a little health conscious. That's my mindset here. So that's all shrunk, and now I'll go ahead and take the film off and show you how to clean the residue off, lickety-split. So at this point, we're done, we're ready to install the film, but you have this glaze that's over the glass. This happens normally with dryer sheets as well. The problem is it's a little bit more difficult with dryer sheets to get this off. With dry shrink prep, just go ahead and take your water and you're just gonna wet it down. Not too much, not crazy amounts of water, just enough. I take a squeegee and I go from left to right. I start from the top and overlapping patterns to squeegee everything, like you normally would squeegee. Dry shrink prep does have cleaning properties within it. Doesn't leave a dirty residue, doesn't take long to clean off. And as you can see, with one pass, the glass is clean. That's it, now you're ready to go. No need to fuss, no muss, no trying to get that dirty residue from the dryer sheets off and cleaned. And you have to do that maybe a couple of times to really get it clean. This, it's squeaky clean. As clean as it gets. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to give you some insight into dry shrink prep.